Wow. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Welcome to SMC coding class. And I'm welcoming you to this particular class. And basically, what I will be doing in this particular class, we'll be talking about how to use dimensional nature of workplace, especially in conjunction with arrays, to design and program what we call automatic weather station. So basically, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So yes, weather station, yes, using what we call a list of comprehension. So this particular program will enable us to use Python to design an automatic weather station that can actually read temperature of any environment, hourly, record it, and able to find the average, not only the average, not only the sun, the temperature, the coldness or the hotness of the hotness or the coldness temperature of that particular house. And this is very, very possible with the knowledge of what's Python. So basically that's what we're going to be talking about today. So what is our behavioral objective? As you agree with me, what we're going to be discussing in the course of this particular program is what I call the behavioral objective. So you should be able to use this particular program called Python to write a program that determines the automatic air temperature machine. So with the knowledge of Python, we can design a program that determines the automatic air temperature machine. So how does it work? In a very simple manner, find this particular automatic air weather station is using what I call dimensional nature of list. So imagine that you have to develop a piece of what I call a software for an automatic weather station using Python. How do we go about it? Basically, what you need to understand first is the device records the air temperature on an hourly basis and does it throughout the month. Okay, fine. So now, how can we design it? Can we go ahead with it? Yes, we need to go ahead with that. So for us to design this particular program, what we need to do and what we need to consider first and foremost is what we will be doing with two-dimensional arrays. Is what we'll be doing with two-dimensional arrays, and that's what we're going to do. So at the end of the day, our program should be able to analyze, the air temperature on an hourly basis and determine the graph that can do the analysis and get you the feedback in that particular environment. So basically, you all agree with me that I need to create what I call a column, and so I need to make something like this, a column, and I need to make something like, so these are 1, 2, basically I have 3. So I have all these, and I have all these, and I have all these, and I have all these. So we have what we call rows, and we have what we call columns. So because you agree with me that you have 24 hours, yes, in one day, so these are the logical things I have to consider first. And let's assume that we have 21 days. So let's say I have 21 days in 1 month. Okay, in 1 month. So I need to create an array that can take, yes, starting with index of 0, 1, 2, up to 23 for the hours, and I have to determine the days as well from 0, 1, 2, up to 30. And what the system will be doing is at every interval, at every 1 hour, it will record the temperature of that particular environment for me, down to from 0 to 30. So that makes 31, days, and it usually do that on hourly basis. So this is my intention. So first thing I need to understand is I have to decide which data type will be what adequate for this particular application. So in this particular case, I think since the thermometer is able to measure a temperature with an accuracy of 1 degree Celsius, so thermometer is able to measure a temperature with this particular degree of accuracy. And I think what will be so important for me now is to use what I call floats. So floats will be very, very applicable for me to use in this particular case. Then I've already decided what I needed to use I need to make a roll, and I need to make a column. So I'm targeting of making 23 for rows and 31 days for column. So fine, I think let's make our list. So let me see temperature. Is equal to, let me make a list. So let me use 0.015 in range 23 for J in range 31. Same for K in temperature. So print. Okay, I'll go ahead and print this. Fine. So what I've succeeded in doing is to have 1, 2, 3, this to have 23 rows, making 24. So we have from 0. So the thing will start from index of 0 to 23. So I have 24 rows and 31 columns. And this rows and column 0 is automatically assigned to the whole matrix. So the whole matrix is filled up with is 0. But one can change or can record manually on this particular array that is formed. And for me to do that, I can just say temperature taking to index I. Then the second one, let's say J, and I'm giving it to let me say 23.0, and I print this. So if I print this, what I'm going to have is that is error. So I need to indicate. Let me say I have it as 0. So I need to indicate the index I want to assign 23 to. So I shouldn't have error now. So at the index 0, 0, 23. Then I can copy and begin to paste this. Okay. So I can just change this one to, let me change this one to 1. So let me change this one to 2, 3, and I can change this one to 5. Then basically I can change this index to 25 or 26 thereabouts. So 34, 56, 40. If I go ahead and print this, so at that particular index, I have index 0 to 0, I have 26, index 1 to 0, I have 26, index 2 to 0, I have 34, then index 5 to 0, I have 40. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So fine, this is what will be recorded on the on hour basis. So this will be recorded on this particular temperature on what hour basis using automatic words or automated machine. Now, how can we find the average and how can we change this to 25? Maybe let me just convert all this to 20, let me say 25 thereabouts. So let me convert it to 25. And then how can I determine the temperature of this particular machine? For me to determine the average temperature of this, I need to know the average temperature is what? Total over what? Numbers of the what? Items or elements in the what array for that particular column called here. So if I have 1 hour, I have 31 temperature for that particular hour. So I want to add all this temperature and divide it by the total numbers of days for that particular month, which is 31. So what I need to do first is to say total equals to 0. So I'll make my total to equals to what? 0. Then if total equals to 0, then how will I get all those particular information from the array? So I need to use first. So I can use for day in what? In temperatures. So I'm picking for days in temperature. Then total should now equals to plus equals to which of the day now? Which of the day? Because now I have all the temperature inside of the day. So which of the day I want to add? Or let me say I want to add the one with index 0. So this is the day I want to add. So in that particular case, I can now say average equals to now total divided by what? 31, which is what I have on this. On this particular, I can just say that the average temperature, what do you mean? At 0 what? 0 index is, so let me just make it dot 2, so let me make f, then average. So what I was going to do is okay. So let me see what's going to happen here. See what I have. This is not my intention. So let me move this here. Then let me produce k. So print. Okay. So in this particular case, let me remove this and rerun it. So basically, you can agree with me that everything has changed except those that intentionally put values into. So at column 0, 0, I have 23. At column 1, 0, I have 26. At column 2, 0, I have 34. At column 5, 0, I have, what do I have? 40. Then other columns have been what? Yes, adjusted to 25.0. So for that particular day called this particular column, so what I have at the average is 26.74 for that particular words of the day. So on this particular hour 0, the temperature recorded, you understand, the temperature recorded, average temperature recorded for this particular hour is what? 24.0. 7. So if I needed the other column, I can say I need at column 22. So 22 will be this. So we can determine the average temperature for that particular what, and that is what, 25. So at this particular column, I have what, 25 as the what, average temperature for that particular hour. Then aside this, I can decide to determine what I call the highest temperature during the whole month. Yes, it's possible to determine the highest temperature during the whole month. And to do that, it's very simple. I just have to assume, let's say the highest temperature could be anything. Let me say 0.100, 0.0. So I'm making it minus what? 100.0. So for day in what? In temperature first. So I've assigned all the day into the what? Temperature. So for temperature, remember it's two-dimensional array. For temperature now, in days. So what I did is temperature first. The temperatures of this particular one, this is assigned to day. Then the day temperature is now assigned to what temperature. So I have the temperature now. So I can now suggest that if temperature, you understand, is greater than the one I assumed before, which is the what highest. So what should happen? Then I should assign that temperature into the what? Yes, highest. So the highest equals to that particular what temperature. Then in that case, so I can go ahead and print what the temperature. Yes, I can. Can I say the what the highest? Oh. So I need to use print function. So print, then come and say the highest temperature for that. The highest temperature for that. Highest temperature for the whole month, because it's going to iterate it one by one, is come out and say what highest. Yes. Or let me use was. Okay, let me run it now. So which column are we guessing? Okay, let me change the column now. Let me make column 0. Oh, aside column 0 is working for everything. So in respect of what I put there, I'm still going to get everything because it's working for the everything. It's going to compare the whole thing. So basically we know the average temperature for the room at 0 degree as 0 index of our is, which is what we've done before. The highest temperature for the whole month was, so when you check this particular list, you discover the highest temperature is what we added to be what 56. So the highest temperature in this particular room was 56. Then what else can we do? Yes, we can do so many things. So let's determine the hottest day for that particular what. How many hot days do we have in a month? Yeah, you can do this as well. So I want to do that. I need to make a variable called hot days. So let's make the hot days to be equal to what? 0 initially. So for day in what temperature as usual. So if days, so I have to make a list now. Which column now? So let me say in column 0 is greater than. So let's make our update to be what's greater than 20. So which is greater than 20. Then we should increase our odds day by 1. So plus equals to what? 1. Then can now print the odds day. So you can say print open brackets. Okay, let me see odds day first. Comma. So days were odds. So keep with ice block. So in this particular columns, we're going to tell us. So in this particular, the 0 column is telling us that we are what. So the average temperature for the room at this particular column is what I have as 26.74. While the highest temperature for the whole room is 56. So I have 31 days were hot. So keep cool with the water as well. So throughout this particular column, we have so many hot words. Yes, so let me make this one to be 5. So I can make this one to be 15. So I can make this one to be 18 or 17 there, or you can make this one to be 19. Then I can make, okay, let me just leave this. So if I run the numbers of all this will reduce. So basically, now at this particular column now, the highest temperature for the room is now 40, while the average temperature for the room at 0 index of R is 24.0, while it has 27 days were hot on that particular month. For that particular month, so you need to keep what cool by using ice block. Okay, so automatically this one will be recorded. Therefore, with this we can do as many as you can use this particular thing to determine anything that has to do with storing information, getting information, working with data to have different pictures. The information in this particular words from. So when you look at this is showing that this place is very, very hot, while the other side is very, very cool. So the temperature here is very, very high compared to other temperature in this particular region. So aside that, you can print this information in form of graph. So this is very, very possible using what we call a Python knowledge. And it can therefore be transformed into this, where automatically this will determine the temperature of that particular room on an hour basis. At the end of the day, give you the full details about what happens in that particular room for the month. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please, I want you to just subscribe to my channel. And another thing is, yes, enjoy yourself, and you feel free to join us in the next class. So bye for now from SMC Coding Class. I remain Tudulokwe Joseph Udusoya. Thank you for your time, and bye for now.